Hi, my name's Laura, this is Upholstery. Welcome to part 2 of my sofa transformation series. In case you missed part 1, I picked up a second-hand designer sofa for just £250. And in the last video I was stripping it, and in this video I am prepping it ready for my top fabric. And I'll be revealing the fabric that I'm putting on the sofa to give it a brand new lease of life. And Linwood very kindly gifted me the fabric for this, so that was also ridiculously exciting. And they've sponsored this video, which is just a fever dream, really. They've been one of my favourite fabric brands since I became an upholsterer, and I was in disbelief, so thank you, Linwood. Love ya. So I've stripped it all back. I've made sure that all the foundations are solid, the inners are intact and everything was, which was great. That saved me a lot of time. I actually chose the fabric by asking people on my Instagram to vote for which fabric they thought I should use, and I ordered the fabric that got the most votes. And what I'm a little bit intrigued about is whether people on YouTube would vote for the same fabric that people on Instagram voted for. So let me show you the options that I gave them. I knew that I wanted something 100% natural, something that would hide any muddy paw marks, because as you've seen, my dog Toon is more than welcome on the sofa. We definitely couldn't have gone for anything too pale. And something that I just wouldn't get bored of. So, hence why some of the samples in here I vetoed. So I'll show you everything that I ordered. Look at the envelopes that the Linwood samples come in. This is their Helter Skelter. And then this one is the Songbird, which I also really love, and I was also quite tempted by this. I ordered stuff from their new collection because I wanted to see it. I'll show you first the fabrics that I vetoed due to my dog. I reckon is what I would have gone for had I not had a dog. These are all from their new collection, FLORI. So I've got this one. I'll put the names of the fabrics in the description because I don't say it on the back of here, so I can't quite remember what they're called. So all of these are 100% linen, but obviously these ones are all a little bit pale. And then I also love this, which is called Gwendolyn. This is the only one I remember. This is the one I remember the name because I thought it was funny. It's called Gwendolyn. Oh, sorry, that was upside down. And it's like a outside scene, which would have looked amazing, but again, too pale. They also released a new collection called DIMITY. You can order 6 samples from Linwood, so I wanted to get 3 from FLORI, 3 from DIMITY, and choosing just 3 colourways was very hard. I spent way too long on that website ticking and unticking because I couldn't choose just 3, but these are the 3 colourways. So this is the Indigo, this is Rust, this is Victoria Plum. On Instagram there was one clear winner, so I wonder if everyone on YouTube has the same taste. Comment which one you would have gone for. I would be very interested to see whether it'd be the same. So yeah, I will reveal the fabric in the video. I hope you like it. The fabrics arrived. You didn't think I was going to reveal the fabric right away, did you? Often the easiest way to strip something is just to get rid of, like to cut it at the staples, because then you've got less to pull and then you can just strip it quite easily. Yeah, any bits that are sticking out I get rid of, otherwise most of the staples can stay in because they haven't used that many, so not going to matter too much. It's been a few weeks since I stripped it, A, because I didn't know what fabric to use, and B, because I really hurt my back last time. And like watching the clips back of me moving that sofa all by myself, it's like, why are you doing that? Like, just ask someone to help you. I could have just waited like a few hours and someone would have been home. I'm just really stubborn, so it was a massive lesson learned. I am not doing stuff like that anymore. And like, my back is part of my career, so you know, the more damage I do to it, the less work I can do. So I'm just going to be extra careful now. I've been going to the chiropractor, I've been going to Pilates, and yeah, I'm just going to really be sensible about what I do to my back. So, lesson learned, I won't be doing stuff like that anymore. So I went to Pilates with my sister. I always thought that I was really strong, like especially in my arms. Even before as an upholsterer, I've always been like freakishly strong. But gosh, doing Pilates made me realise that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Like those people who are good at Pilates are incredible. And the reason why it's so lovely to buy something secondhand, or you know, use a family piece of furniture, is because everything is just a lot. Like, you can buy something that's really well made, or something that you love the feel of but you just don't like the fabric, and you can completely redesign the fabric or the shape or the comfort to exactly what you want. Like, an upholsterer can change the fillings for you. They can make completely yours, and at the end of it you get a quality piece of furniture, and potentially it even just costs not too much more than an IKEA chair. So I think upholstering pieces of furniture that you get secondhand or that you already have is something that should be done more regularly rather than buying new. Well, I normally take polywooding off, but I'm just going to keep it on. It adds just that a tiny extra layer of comfort. I'm going to add new calico and new polywooding on top. And I was thinking about this last night when I couldn't sleep. They just had the fabric wrapped around here, but because of the fabric I'm choosing, it does have a stripe to it. So I don't want to risk over pulling. So what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to make this as a sewn piece. So I'm going to make a pattern out of that and do it that way rather, just to ensure that I can then make the stripes definitely straight. Anyone who follows me on Instagram will know what fabric was chosen, but for those who don't, I'm going to keep it as a surprise. Okay, stripped. Springs are all fine, hessian's intact. That can stay as is. Let's measure up. So, prepping. I am just prepping so this is the platform that the cushion's going to sit on. If it didn't have a cushion, I'd call it a seat. This is the inside back, and this is the inside arm. I'm only doing calico and polywooding on the inside because I'll show you. The reason you don't prep the outside is because here is where I pull my fabric through. So if I put you here, this is what the inside bones of a sofa looks like. My fabric is going to be coming through here. So if I block this up with prep, then I can't access this. So the whole inside needs to be done, and then you do the outside. So that's why I'm not prepping any of the outside, and that's why I initially just stripped the outside. So I have 2 of these, so I'm going to cut 2 of everything. I may as well cut things at the same time, it's a lot quicker. So I'm going to cut my calico 37 tall. I work in inches. I think I ordered 20 meters of fabric. I think I needed like 16, but that didn't include scatter cushions or piping. So I ordered an extra few meters just to account for that. Okay. Perhaps we can go inside and cut the calico. God, this is the widest sofa ever. Calico is good to cut because all you have to do is rip it. As long as you just make one quick little cut, then you can just rip it and it will be straight like that. And then I always write on my pieces so that I remember what each piece is for. I will write a little IA at the top, and then I also know that where I've written IA, so I'm going to write IA here. I know that that is the back and that is the top of my piece of fabric. Cool. Inside arms cut. Inside back's even longer. Is this not just the best sound ever? So good. IB for inside back. Okay, I'm going to have to bring my compressor outside. I need to go and find an extension lead and then, yeah. So I've got an extension lead. I'm just going to grab the compressor from the workroom and bring it outside. So lucky this one's on wheels. It's quite heavy, but on wheels it's fine. Okay. Shade, and it's on. Perfect. I don't need to do a cut in that corner because my calico doesn't go past the last bar, but I will show you that cut when I put the actual fabric on. So I've got a wooden bar here. I'm feeling for the back corner of that bar, and I'm going to make a little mark. So I'm feeling for where my fabric hits the corner of that beam, and then I'm feeling for where my fabric hits this corner beam here, and then I'm going to undo that staple so that I can pull this out. I've got my 2 marks there and there. I'm going to cut slightly short because calico does rip, so I'm going to cut slightly short of my 2 marks, and I'm going to do what's called a Y cut. So, meeting them in the middle, I'm going to do a cut like that. These are rubbish scissors. So that pulls through and gets stapled. That's the front cut. Now I just need to do the front pleat. So my pleat's going to be at the front. I'm going to give it a good pull. Zip it down there. Staple. I want to get rid of this excess underneath. Should probably get some better scissors. And that's going to be tucked under and stapled down. And then that's going to pleat like this. I'm going to make the pleat like this, and then I'm going to cut away all of that fabric inside the pleat because that isn't needed. So because I've made my pleat with a crease, I know that I can cut just past the pleat and be totally fine and not overcut anything. So as long as I haven't gone past my crease, then I know that I have not cut too much. So then that just folds down there, give it a good pull, and that pleats beautifully. And then it's done. With this one, I'm just temporarily tacking it in place. Then I'm going to make my cut into the corner. Then I'm going to get this tall section into position, small section into position, and then I'll do some cuts. Oh, these are my car boot sale fine trellises. Trestles. They're so good. They're really sturdy. I think I paid £30 for them. So looking good. It's gonna sit straight up like that. So I can start doing my cuts now. I'm going to get some good scissors. So I'll show you the cuts up close. I need one up here and I need one down there. So I stand on my little stool and kneel on there, and I'm feeling for the edge of the wood up here. So there is a pip where the inside arm meets the inside back. I'm feeling for that position there. I'm going to make a dot. I can fold it out this way. My dot is over here. So I'm just gonna bring it out ever so slightly and then go parallel 90 degrees. I'm going kind of straight and then down to it. And then that will tuck. I'm going to cut this excess here. And now for this cut down here, I'm feeling for the bottom part of the wood. So you have to get your hand right into that bar, and then you have to feel where the wood is. So I'm doing another Y cut. So that tucks behind there. That tucks behind there. Let's say this is the beam that you're cutting into. If you're cutting around this beam, then you're going to do a dot on either side and you're doing a V. The flap that you cut is going to be tucked behind. If you are cutting straight into the corner of a beam, then you're just doing a simple T cut, which is just a straight cut, and you're cutting to the corner. And then both pieces of fabric, one can fold over here and be pulled this way, one can fold over here and be pulled this way. So that is the two different cuts that you would be doing. And once you master those and know when to do them and what angles to do them at, you can pretty much cover anything. So I can staple that side piece and that will straighten those wrinkles. And then for this final part, I need to potentially reposition so I can start going in with permanent staples and take my temporaries out. So as you can see, when I did my side pulls, I did them slightly too high. So I'm just going to undo them and put them in the right place. But because they were temporary, they came out really easily. So next I just need to make this little top pleat. I'm going to pull over, staple there, and then I'm going to cut away the inside of this pleat like I did on the one on the platform. That straight across like this. Then I can cut down by my staples here. Then I am making this top piece into a nice pleat like that, and then again I can cut all of that excess fabric, all of that section. Okay, and then here I'm making a dot by this back bar. Eventually it'll be a whole Y cut. This piece is going to come out and down. We need to make a little cut about there-ish so that this can fold under. So that just goes around there like that, and the inside back is done. And then another temporary there, and another temporary there. Oh, I cut it ever so slightly short. That's fine. Just in this corner there won't be any calico. Annoyingly, my camera ran out of battery just as I was about to finish the inside arm, so I'm sorry about that. But the next clip is from the day after, where it went from that gorgeous sunshine to a wet and drizzly day. So I moved everything inside, and you'll see me putting the final prep layer, which is the polywadding. I'll be putting it on just the platform for now, and then I will reveal the fabric because it arrived and I am so excited to show you. So cut to the next day. So I've made a little studio setting. I think it looks quite cute. I've hung up some fabric there to block the light. I've tried to set mood lighting and make it cozy and pretty. I still have the other sofa to strip, but I'm so desperate to get my hands on that fabric. It's so nice. It arrived really quickly. It arrived next day, which Linwood do next day, which is great. Oh my god, I just want to get started. Polywadding just makes everything a little bit more cushioned. Just gives it that final luxurious feel. That. Beautiful. So I got this the very next day after I ordered it. It's so cool doing a poll on my Instagram story because I just couldn't decide which fabric to use. When I first ordered the sample set, I thought, oh, I'll definitely go for the blue one. But then when I saw them all, I just couldn't choose, and I loved them all. But surprisingly, the blue one had the least vote. I need a good angle to show you the unrolling. It is so stunning. It's like rusty red, or like burnt orangey rusty red with pale blue. Those are like my two favourite colours. Beautiful. And then it's kind of got guinea fowly spots, scallops. Oh, it's everything. It's everything I wanted. But I love it so much. The fabric is by Linwood. It is called DIMITY stripe in the colour rust, and it is 100% linen. Mum, do you want to come see the fabric? Isn't that beautiful? What colour would you call it?
Terracotta.
Terracotta. Yeah, because then in the summer maybe you could have blue and white cushions, and then in the winter you could have a keelam or
terracotta.
I'm actually really glad.
Work really nicely
yeah,
with
it would. I'm actually really glad I went for something that had the red in.
Yeah, because it's warm.
Terracotta. Yeah, I agree.
And then you can make your, as you say, your sort of blue and beige. You can have those cushions on in the summer.
100%.
Those cushions on in the winter.
Mm.
That's what you just said. I know that.
Great idea though.
Repeat what I've just said.
It's a really, really great idea from you there. I really hope you enjoy part 2. The next video is going to be doing the fixed upholstery, and then I will do a video on the cushions as well. See you in a bit. Thank you so much, Linwood. What is my life?